Hello, everyone. This is Whitney Well from Starhearth Astrology, and I am here today to talk to you about the Aquarius new moon that happens on January 31st at 9:46 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm recording this on Friday, January 28th. We're heading into a very sleepy weekend because we have a weekend of the balsamic moon, of the dark moon. Um, we head into the balsamic phase of the moon today on Friday. And so it's a weekend of resting, of restoration, of coming back to yourself, of kind of taking stock of the whole lunar month, which began with the new moon in Capricorn on January 2nd. And just letting go and just like, just shake it out. Just shake it out, because what a month of Venus retrograde, of Mercury retrograde. I think the last week has been particularly difficult with those two things layered on top of each other. So people have been working hard, and right, for some people that's been at work, and for some people that's been in your relationships and your inner life, with family stuff, with lots of stuff. So, right, I mean, wherever you are, whether you feel like you've been making progress or not, you are allowed to rest. And I hope that you can take some this weekend. Yeah, do what you need to do to release the trials and the projects of the past month. One way to do that is to clean out your fridge, right? Get rid of the stuff that's going bad, right? Clear space for a new month. And right, this is also the Lunar New Year in the Asian countries. I mean, obviously not all of them, but for a lot of them, this is a really significant new moon, right? So we're coming into this new space, into this new year. We're refreshing, we're getting rid of the old stuff. So you know what? Clean out your closets and donate stuff. Clean out your fridge, right? Like, if you have to be doing something, but it's also fine to just rest and just drink tea and connect if you want to. But yeah, otherwise, whatever it is. This new moon falls in this set of degrees that has been emphasized again and again and again for the last couple months. So this new moon happens at 12 degrees and 20 arc minutes of Aquarius. The final Saturn-Uranus square happened at 11 degrees. Mercury stationed retrograde at 10 degrees of Aquarius. So these set of degrees are just getting like boom, 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 right? The sun is at 10 degrees of Aquarius, right, as Venus stations direct. And so there's a lot of ways that we're just seeing this area of the zodiac get a lot of attention, right? And even if we want to bring it back to the other Saturn-Uranus squares, the first one happened at 7 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus. And that was the first one in February of 2021. And the second one happened at 13 degrees. So again, right, we're seeing this activation. And in Aquarius, we're looking for social change. We're looking for social responsibility. And so there's this new beginning, these new threads of what that could look like, given the creative tumultuousness that Saturn and Uranus have been duking out. And so there's that. I think, right, in our own lives, we've got Uranus really destabilizing that area of our chart. So wherever 12 degrees of Aquarius falls in your chart, Uranus is really waking it up. It's going to be in a square with that degree very soon. And so one of the key features, let's just pull up the chart. Let's just pull up the chart of this lunation. Okay, so we've got the sun and the moon at 12 degrees and 20 arc minutes of Aquarius, and they are in a pretty, they are both just separating from the square with Uranus. So I think this is really the defining feature of this lunation, is the square to Uranus. And I think what it promises is 2 weeks ahead where there will be changes to the plans, where there will be unexpected developments, where the scene changes are going to be very dramatic. We have Venus newly direct. We have Mercury about to station direct on February 3rd. So when Mercury stations direct, we will have all of the planets direct for the first time since last April. So, right, things can move forward in hopefully a straightforward way again. And there will be changes. Now, I think there's a sobering kind of moment at the beginning of this, because right after this moment where the sun squares Uranus and we've got this new moon in a square to Uranus, the sun's going to move into a conjunction with Saturn, which is really like, okay, how are we going to deal with this situation, right? The sun-Uranus contact is like, how do we, fuck this, I don't want to do this. The sun-Saturn is going to be a little bit more of like, how do I live with this? How do we deal with this? And we're going to be dealing with that for a bit, because we've got all of the personal planets in Saturn-ruled signs and the sun and the moon. So there is this kind of heavier, things feel a little bit more forced than they might. Otherwise, things are under the burden of external constriction. So there's a little bit of that. But right, how we handle that, what we do with that, the opportunities that come our way, will all be key influencers. I think setting a plan, setting our goals and our priorities coming out of Venus retrograde will be so important, because we have Mars and Capricorn with the energy and the stamina and the willingness to kind of get things done. And so I think, right, integrating our knowledge of our own limitations with Saturn, and then also the tremendous power of Mars and Capricorn, we can really make some headway. And I think what has been consistently frustrating, especially about 2021, was that as soon as we picked up momentum on anything, there was a new variant and everything got brought to its knees again. And so there was really this lack of inertia and this lack of ability to really get yourself going and then keep going. And so I think we've got a little bit of that, right? It's not a Bacchanalian festival. That will be when we're off in Pisces land in April. We're still dealing with Saturnian themes, but there is like, a possibility to kind of pick up some speed, as long as we're acknowledging the Saturnian piece. And Saturnian speed is not that fast. It's just doing it every day, right? It's more about consistency than speed. Now you've got Mars and Capricorn, so that's combining the speed and the consistency to really create some cool stuff, possibly. And Mars and Venus working together can be constructive, and can bring about a lot of things very quickly. So that is our new moon. And that's what I got. I hope this is helpful. Let me know how it goes for you. I will be back to talk about the Leo full moon on February 16th, which is quite a different animal. So I hope you have a restful weekend and come into a new lunar month, or the Lunar New Year, refreshed